Dawn breaks over the Amazon, the lungs of our planet awakening in a sea of mist. Down here, the humidity is a physical weight, breathing life into the shadowed floor where sunlight struggles to reach. High above, blue antelope macaws groom for the day, but even here, beauty must remain vigilant. A squirrel monkey senses a shift in the air. In the jungle, paranoia is the only guarantee of survival. Silence often masks danger. A tarantula waits, a patient assassin in a world dripping with fumes. On the riverbank, capybaras freeze. They are the jungle's main course, and they know they are being watched. From the shadows, a predator's gaze stalks them, turning the dense ferns into a corridor of suspense. Panic erupts. The canopy explodes with feathers as the alarm call ripples through the trees. Capuchins flee the upper branches. Speed is their only defense against the unseen threat below. The tributary winds like a serpent, calm on the surface, but teeming with life beneath the reflection. A head breaks the water. The giant otter. The river wolf. Intelligent, social, and utterly fearless. They move as a single unit, a coordinated family patrol that fears almost nothing beneath water. A spectacled caiman floats, an armored log waiting for an easy meal. It has no idea it is the target. The tables turn. The pack surrounds the reptile, a chaotic swirl of teeth and fur harassing the predator. The caiman snaps, desperate to crush a skull, but the otters are fluid, faster than the reptile's bite. Below the surface, it is a war of attrition. They nip at the soft underbelly, exhausting the leviathan. Overwhelmed, the caiman retreats. It seeks the safety of the mud, driven from its own domain. It drags itself ashore, defeated and defensive. A creature of water, vulnerable on the hard earth. The otters pursue, bold and vocal. They have proven their dominance, claiming the river for themselves. A standoff in the mud. The caiman is cornered, hissing defiance, but the pack has already won. Satisfied with the eviction, the otters lose interest. The threat is neutralized, and the family moves on. They slip back into the depths, leaving the riverbank silent once more. The caiman is left alone, baking in the heat. Safe from the otters, but exhausted by the fight. Vulnerability is a scent in the Amazon. A drop of muddy water marks a moment of false peace. Nearby, the reeds part. Something massive shifts the earth with its weight. A green anaconda emerges, the titan of the constrictors, sensing the heat of a weakened rival. The caiman reacts, but fatigue slows its reflexes. Two apex predators, locked in a gaze of death. The strike is a blur. The snake launches faster than the eye can follow. Teeth hook into armored neck. The caiman thrashes, but it has walked into a trap of pure muscle. The coils wrap instantly. A living knot tightens, turning the reptile's own armor against it. A mud-wrestling match of giants. The caiman struggles to stand, but gravity is no longer his to command. Pressure builds, ribs groan under the constriction. The snake is squeezing the very breath from its lungs. The death roller last desperate maneuver, a spinning blur of scales and mud trying to break the hold. But the anaconda rides the roll, using the momentum to tighten the noose even further. The rolling stops, disoriented and gasping. The caiman realizes the grip is unbreakable. In the shallows, the tail thrashes a final weak protest. The water clouds with the sediment of struggle. Panic fades into hypoxia. The caiman's eyes lose focus as the anaconda calmly adjusts for the kill. The fight leaves the body. The movements cease. The constrictor waits for the heart to stop. Silence returns to the riverbank. A battle of titans ends in a quiet, deadly embrace. The victor begins the feast. The anaconda unhinges its jaw, preparing to swallow a meal that will last months. Nature is grotesque and efficient. The skin stretches to impossible limits, consuming the rival whole. Sated and heavy, the snake slides back into the warmth of the shallows. The river claims them both. Leaving the river, we ascend into the deeper, darker heart of the rainforest interior. Here, the canopy blocks the sun, a perpetual twilight world of roots and silence. A shadow rests in the trees. A black panther, a melanistic jaguar, sleeping in velvet darkness. Eyes snap open. Rest is instantly replaced by predatory focus. Something moves below. Gravity becomes a tool. He descends head first, a liquid shadow flowing down the bark. Collared peccaries forage, noisy and oblivious, their snouts rooted in the earth, unaware of the death above. Chaos is their camouflage. They bump and squeal, a loud family, unaware they are being targeted. The hunter selects a straggler. Focus narrows. The breath slows. He becomes part of the forest floor. Silent steps on dead leaves. The ghost of the undergrowth. The alpha senses something. The forest holds its breath. A pause in the timeline of life and death. Frozen, the panther is a statue of patience. Camouflage holds. The alarm is dismissed. The herd returns to the dirt. A fatal mistake. Muscles coil like steel springs. The kinetic potential of a killer ready to snap. Explosion. He is a black missile, closing the distance before the sound even reaches them. Panic is absolute. The herd scatters in a cloud of dust and confusion. Impact. Weight and claws bring the prey down. The struggle is violent but brief. Silence returns. The panther secures the neck. The hunt is successful. But success brings danger. He drags the prize, paranoia setting in. The scent of blood travels far. He eats with urgency beneath a ceiba tree. In the Amazon, you never eat alone for long. He stops. A low growl vibrates in his chest. He is not the only king in these woods. From the shadows, a monster emerges. A massive spotted jaguar, heavy with muscle and arrogance. The intruder halts. A tail twitch signals the challenge. He wants the meal and the territory. The panther stands his ground. He hisses, a smaller shadow refusing to yield to the golden giant. The jaguar smiles, revealing canines built to crush turtle shells. He knows he has the weight advantage. He lunges. The panther swipes, a desperate defense against a tank of pure muscle. They collide, a blur of rosettes and obsidian. Claws seek purchase in thick fur. Physics wins. The spotted male shoves the panther back, the impact shaking the bushes. Agility is the panther's weapon. He ducks and counters, drawing first blood. Enraged, the jaguar tackles him. They roll in the dirt, a screaming ball of fury. Pinned down, the panther kicks free, a near-death escape from the crushing jaws. They circle, chests heaving. The hierarchy is being rewritten in The jaguar charges again. The panther calculates the odds. Pride is not worth death. He runs. Vertical escape. The panther shoots up the tree, reaching safety where weight becomes a disadvantage. The jaguar growls from below. He has won the ground, and with it, the prize. To the victor go the spoils. He claims the peccary, eating with aggressive entitlement. Above, the panther watches resentment burning in his eyes. Thievery is a way of life here. The light softens. The harsh noon gives way to the golden promise of evening. We leave the forest floor, rising through the layers, up to the roof of the world. Above the emergent layer, the wind blows. Here sits the ruler of the sky, the harpy eagle. A crown of feathers for a king. Telescopic eyes scan the green ocean for movement. Target acquired. A sloth, slow and exposed, hundreds of feet below. Oblivious, the sloth reaches for a leap. In the Amazon, being slow is a dangerous lifestyle. Launch. 2 meters of wingspan push off, diving silently into the maze. He weaves like a fighter jet. The canopy is an obstacle course he has mastered. Talons, the size of grisly claws, open. The landing gear of a lethal machine. Impact. The sloth is ripped from the world of the living in a violent collision. They tumble together. The eagle fights for air, burdened by the heavy prey. Gravity forces a landing. He grounds the kill on a fallen log, far too close to the dangerous floor. He mantles, hiding the meal, but on the ground, he is no longer the king. A spectacled bear wanders in, a rare opportunist sniffing the wind. He spots the eagle. Hunger outweighs fear. He stands, assessing the bird. The eagle screeches. He puffs up, a bluff to hold his ground. The bear charges, a rush of fur and muscle against feathers. A swipe of talons. The eagle strikes the nose, but the bear is resilient. A heavy paw swings back. The eagle dodges, creating a dust storm with his wings. Risk calculation complete. The eagle abandons the meal. He chooses life over dinner, launching upward. The bear watches him go. The thief has won. He drags the stolen prize into the bushes. The log stands empty. Another meal, stolen. Another sunset begins. Shadows lengthen. The light turns to liquid gold. The mood of the forest shifts. Toucans call in the roost. The day shift is clocking out. Squirrel monkeys commute home. A rush hour on the Vine Highway. Leafcutter ants work double time, closing the gates before the darkness brings new terrors. A poison dart frog glows like a jewel, a warning signal in the fading light. Ocelots stir for them. The day is just beginning. A yawn reveals the weapons of the night. A tapir steps cautiously onto the beach, an ancient face checking for modern predators. Below the surface, piranhas wait. Above, the sky burns with color. A kingfisher snatches one last meal, a flash of silver in the twilight. The lake becomes a mirror. Herons fly home, silhouettes against the fire in the sky. An armadillo roots blindly, relying on smell, oblivious to the beauty above. The river turns to a ribbon of gold. The sun bids farewell to the green hell. The spotted jaguar returns. The victor of the day prowls the bank, owning the sunset. Silent paws, retracted claws, a machine built for stealth. He sits, watching the water. He is not looking for a drink. He is looking for a challenge. Capybaras huddle. They know the night belongs to him. A spider weaves its trap. The backdrop shifts from blue to black. Night falls. The chorus changes. The indigo dark takes over. A pochu bird, a ghost on a stump, snatches a moth. The night shift has begun. The moon rises. Silver light washes over the jungle, casting long, deceiving shadows. It creates a monochrome world. High contrast, deep mystery. Fungi glow neon green. Nature's nightlights guiding the way for the small and strange. Fishing bats skim the water. Aerial acrobats hunting by sonar. A spectacled owl rotates its head. Nothing escapes those yellow eyes. A mouse opossum twitches. Every step is a gamble in the dark. A bushmaster waits. Invisible coils, a landmine with value. Strike and miss. The opossum reflex saves a life. Death misses by an inch. The snake resets. Patience is a reptile's greatest weapon. On the river, eyes shine red. The black caimans, the dragons of the Amazon. 5 meters of armored death glides silently. The king of the water. But on the bank, the spotted jaguar is stalking. He leaves the land to hunt the water. He crouches. He does not drink. He is hunting the hunter. Pupils dilate. Physics calculations in a feline brain. Measuring the leap. The caiman drifts closer, unsuspecting. He thinks he is the top of the food chain. He is wrong. Inches forward. Surgical precision in the mud. The tension is a physical weight. A silhouette of death against the moon. He freezes. The coiled spring. The caiman turns, exposing the neck. A fatal error. Muscles bunch. The moment has arrived. An eel flashes blue. A distraction. A heartbeat of hesitation. He readjusts. The pause is over. Launch. A silent shadow turns into a thunderclap. He dives into the void. Impact. The water explodes. The silence is shattered by the collision of kings. Surface chaos. Fur meets scales. A brawl in the foam. Underwater, the jaguar wraps the chest. He targets the brain, not the throat. The bite. Canine teeth pierce the skull. The lights go out for the caiman. The struggle ends. The jaguar rides the carcass, breathing hard, master of the river. A swim back, fighting the current with a massive weight in his jaws. Unmatched power. The haul. Digging into the mud, he drags the monster from its own element. Up the bank, gravity fights him, but the jaguar wins. Landfall, he drops the prize. A shake of the coat sprays water like diamonds. He pants, scanning the night. The undisputed lord of the Amazon. He drags it into the shadows. The jungle swallows the evidence. The moon sets. Purple hues signal the end of the long night. Mist rises. The forest breathes out the cold of the dark. The spider retreats. The monsters of the dark go to sleep. A howler monkey roars. The alarm clock of the canopy wakes the world. Sunlight touches the leaves. A new day begins. Birds sing. The hum of life returns to a fever pitch. Aerial views show the pink dawn. The river reflects the rebirth of the day. A butterfly emerges. Life renews itself amidst the death of the night. Mid-morning, the green ocean thrives, fueled by the sun. Black vultures circle, the undertakers waiting for their turn. The king vulture lands. Colorful and dominant, he claims the leftovers of the jaguar's first kill. He spreads his wings. The cleanup crew is essential for the health of the forest. A pink dolphin breaks the surface, a creature of myth and grace in the murky water. They play in the roots, intelligence navigating the underwater maze. The clay lip, a riot of color as macaws gather for their morning medicine. Affection on the wall. Social bonds are strong in the flock. A father frog climbs, carrying his tadpole to a private pool high in the sky. A mother spider monkey rests, quiet endurance in her eyes. A passion flower unfolds, a slow motion, explosion of complex beauty. A sword-billed hummingbird feeds, evolution's perfect lock and key. The Jesus lizard runs on water, speed-defying physics to escape danger. The sloth reaches, slow and steady wins the race of survival today. A butterfly lands on a caiman, a fragile piece between the eater and the eaten. Ants carry purple, a river of flowers flowing across the floor. Capybaras graze. They have survived the night. Peace returns to the clearing. Clouds build. The air thickens. The daily cycle of water is about to turn. Wind picks up. The pressure drops. The jungle braces itself. The first drop hits. A heavy warning, whack on the leaves. The heavens open. A vertical ocean falls from the sky. Monkeys huddle, wet fur and shivering bodies, waiting out the deluge. The jaguar watches. Even the king must pause for the rain. The floor becomes a river, washing away the old, making way for the new. The storm breaks. Sunlight pierces the steam. God rays in the Garden of Eden. A single droplet holds the world, a reflection of the canopy before it falls. The forest breathes. Mist rises, returning the water to the sky. A rainbow forms. Macaws fly across the spectrum, life explodes back into motion. The survivors graze, wounds heal. The herd is strong. The hunters watch. The eyes in the dark are always open. The jaguar stands on the cliff, golden light on golden fur. He roars his claim. We pull back. The cliff becomes a speck in the endless sea of green. Sunset returns. The cycle is unbreakable, eternal. The river flows on, indifferent to the lives it sustains and takes. In the Amazon, the story never truly ends. It only begins again.